Are you familiar with this symbol?
Yes, sir.
O, unsa man nga symbol?
Multiply na siya.
Unsa ni siya nga
Radical sign, sir.
yes, you call this the radical symbol. Okay, so this is your radical symbol. Now, kung butangan ako og number sa sulod, example, the square root of 5. How do you call the number 5? Unsa may tawag na mo sa number 5? This is what you call
Radicand.
radicand. Okay. Now, butangan ako aside sa square root. Now, take note, you read this as square root. You don't write the number 2 there. But if in case you have like cube root, you write the number 3. If you have the fourth root, then you write the number 4. If you have there the fifth root, then you write the number 5. Now, my question, unsa may tawag nako ni 3, ni 4, ni 5, o ni 2 sa square root? Yes, Ruel.
Degree, sir.
Degree, aside from the word degree, unsa may tawag nako ani? This is what you call
Index.
index. So, let's have another example. Mangutan ako, pilay index sa example.
3.
Okay, the index is 3. What is the radicand?
7x.
Okay, ang kanang sulod mo onay gitawag og radicand. Okay.
Maski na variable, sir.
Yes, maski na ay variable, basta as long as naa siya sulod sa radical symbol, you call it a radicand. Now, sir, what if, sir, ang variable or anong number naa sa gawas, example, 4 square root of x. Unsa maning 4 diri? You don't consider 4 a part of your radicand because 4 is not found inside the radical sign. Mangutan ako, pilay index aning inyuhang second example.
1.
No. Pilag, sa gito na siya tawag ani square root. Pila man ng square?
2.
2.
Two.
There you go.
4 din siya, sir.
Oo. You don't write 2 there automatically. It's understood nga naay 2 din ha. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So, pilay index na ko dire?
2.
2. What is your radicand?
X.
Okay, there you go. So, mao ni siya ang parts sa radical. Natay gitawag index, natay gitawag radicand, and there you have it kanang radical symbol nato. Now, if I'm gonna give you this equation, ako sang i-mute si... Okay, if I'm gonna give you this one, 3 raised to 1/2, or probably x raised to 2/3, kini siya, this is what you call a fractional exponent. So this is the exponential form. So again, this is the exponential form. Ato ning i-convert into radical form. So, kanang mga fraction nga exponent, pwede na natong mahimong radical form. How do we do it? So, kining number 3 dire, mao na isulod nato sa radical sign. Kining number 2 dire, mao na ibutang nako sa index. Kining number 1 dire, mao na i-exponent nako sa number 3. So, I don't need to write the number 1 because 3 already has an exponent 1. Understood naman na. So, the answer for 3 raised to 1/2 is simply the square root of 3. Who can give me the answer for x raised to 2/3? Anybody? Unsa may isulod nako sa radical sign section noble? Ang variable
Ang
x. Asa isuwat si 3?
Sa index, sir.
Sa index, dire. Asa isuwat si 2?
Exponent, sir.
Exponent sa asa?
Sa variable sa x.
Sa variable x. There you go. So, mo ni siya'y radical form. Let's have more examples on this. I'm gonna give you the fourth root of 7. How do I write this down? Baliho nato. Unsa exponential form ani? Atong
Sir,
go on. 7.
7 1/4.
Very good. Very good. That's 7 raised to 1/4. Understood niha nga naay 1 mo ng 7 raised to 1 over 4. What if I'm gonna give you, let's have the fifth root of x cubed. Anybody? The fifth root of x cubed. Kisa to ni-raise iyang hands. Yes, Ruel. Go on, Ruel.
X na 3/5.
Very good. X raised to 3 over 5. So, ang number 3 is the numerator. Ang number 5 becomes the denominator. Any questions about expressing radicals into exponential form and vice versa? Kasabot ani nga concept? Section noble, nakakuha ra noble. Now, what if I'm gonna give you this one? I'm gonna have like the parenthesis of 2x raised to 1/3. The parenthesis of 4x squared y raised to 2/3. So, atong i-radical form. Magsugod ta sa number 1. What's the radical form of the quantity of 2x raised to 1/3? So, ang unang buhaton, mag-drawing tag radical sign. Unsay isulod sa radical sign?
2x.
2x. Asa man ako isuwat si 3?
Sa index.
Index. Do I need to write 1?
Dili na.
No,
Sir.
No need. Very good. Now, let's go over to the second example. Isuwat na ko ang akong radical sign na unsa isuwat sa sulod sa radical sign?
4x to y, sir.
Okay. Asa isuwat si 3?
Index, sir.
Index. Asa isuwat si 2?
Sa y, sir.
Dili lang kay sa y. Isud na tog parenthesis ang 4x squared y nya dira isuwat si 2. Nakasabot.
Yes, sir.
Kay
Yes, sir.
kinimang tanang expression giri sa 2. Now, atong balihon, hatagan tamo og radical form like 4x and the cube root of, let's have 3x squared. Let's have this one, kini. Of 14, the square root of 14x. What is the radical form the exponential form for this? You're given the radical form, convert na to ito exponential form. 14 x. Okay.
Then,
How do
to,
you... Saman. Sige, go.
to 4, sir.
1 half. Sige.
1 half.
1 half. May question. Sakto na?
Adili yan.
Or naay kuwang?
Sakto lang.
Sakto na or naay kuwang? Tanawang previous example na ako, Tanawa. Si 2x niya, what happens here? Gibutangan na ko og...
Parenthesis.
Okay. So, unsay kuwang ani?
Parenthesis.
The parenthesis. So be very careful. If ever like example na ay variable, na ay number, inyuhang radicand, you need to make use of parenthesis for that when you transform it into exponential form. Okay, let's have another one. Kini siya.
Kung nari, excuse me, sir.
Yes. Kung
Kung
walay
nari, variable, sir.
correct. Kung walay variable, pwede ra ka dili magparenthesis. Para sa aning ako example, pwede ra man sad butangan ko nig parenthesis, wala ra man sa ning problema. Pero
Okay.
necessary ang parenthesis kung na ay number ug na ay variable, necessary na siya. So kining number 2 na ay parenthesis, di ba? Ang isulod sa parenthesis si 3x. And what is the exponent here?
2,
2 over
3.
very
Three.
good. Mo ni atong exponential form. Any questions about this section, Noble?
Unsay tawag ni sir? Exponential form?
Kini siya radical form. Is what not? Radical form. Kini exponential form.
Sige sir. Thank you sir. Katataw galibog sir.
Okay. Nanay 1. Okay. Ang inyong first activity, ihatag lang na nako tomorrow. Anytime rin na matubag ha. Pero napatay lessons after this. Kay wa man ta ka-meet last week. Taas-taas atong i-lesson karon section Noble. Okay? So take note, ang inyong activity, appeal ni siya sa activity ha. Ang transforming exponential to radical, radical to exponential. So nakasabot ani, let's proceed to the next topic. How do we simplify radicals? How do we simplify radicals? Okay, there are many ways on how to do simplifying radicals. The first way is, what if you're having a perfect nth root? Meaning, you will be getting the perfect nth root of expressions. Now, before having this one, we need to familiarize the perfect squares and the perfect cubes. Dapat i-familiarize din nato. Unsa may mga perfect squares? When I say perfect squares, those are numbers which are products of themselves. Example, what is 1 times 1? 1. So 1 is a perfect square. What is 2 times 2? 4. 4 is a perfect square. Aside sa 1 and 4, what are other perfect squares? Sunod ni 4. Unsay sunod nga perfect square sa 4?
8.
It's not 8. Dapat
6.
nganong 6 man bi? Nganong 6? Kabantay mo ha, 1 times 1. This is 1 squared. This is 2 squared. 2 squared. Sorry. What is 3 squared? That's not 6. 3 squared is not
9.
9. Very good. What is 4 squared?
16.
16. 5 squared?
25.
6 squared?
36.
7 squared?
49.
8 squared?
64.
9 squared?
81.
110 squared? 100.
100.
Resulta na ni Sir Tigli. Okay. Now, kung magkuha og square root ani niya, pilay square root sa 1?
1.
Pilay square root sa 4?
2.
Pilay square root sa 9?
3.
Pilay square root sa 16?
4.
Square root sa 25?
5.
Square root sa 36?
6.
Square root sa 49?
7.
Square root sa 64?
8.
Square root sa 81? Square root sa 100. Mo na'y pasabot nako sa perfect nth root. Perfect squares pa na siya. Now, my question, papason sa kone. Unsaon pag-simplify kung variable na siya? Example, I'm gonna give you the square root of x raised to 8. How do you simplify that? Ato sang i-check if ma-simplify ba ni using perfect nth roots. Now, the question is, can you divide 8 by the index? Pili index anang square root section Noble?
2.
Can you divide 8 by 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, meaning, tangtango na ng radical sign, isuwat ang variable x niya. Kining 8 i-divide na ko sa index nga to. Pila man ang 8 divided by 2?
4.
Oh, there you go. O mo ni simplest form sa atong radical nga square root of x raised to 8. Nakasabot wala. Oh, another example ta.
Yes, sir.
The square root of x raised to 6, y raised to 10. Who can give me the answer for this? Yes, Roel. Go on, Roel.
Answer, x the power of 3 niya. Y the power of 5.
Very good. That's 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Mao na simplest form sa inyong radical. Atong i-combine ang number o ang variable b. What is the square root of 81x raised to 12? Sige, pilay square root sa 81?
9.
Tanawan ninyong table. Pilay square root sa 81?
9, sir.
9. I'm gonna write 9. Oh, what do I do with x raised to 12?
I-divide ang banda
Divide by how much?
by 2.
By 2. Pila man ang 12 divided by 2?
6.
There you go. Amo ni answer na to. And let's have another example. The square root of 100x raised to 12, y raised to 18. Pila may square root sa 100?
10.
Tanawang
10,
table.
sir.
This is 110. Pila? It's 10. Okay.
10.
And then, what do I do with x raised to 12?
6.
Okay, very good. It becomes 6 divided by 2. What about y raised to 18?
9.
9. 18 divided by 2, that's 9. Mo na answer na to. Kana kung square root. Anita sa cube root. But we need to familiarize perfect cubes first. Okay? What is 1 cube? What is 2 cube? What is 3 cube? What is 4 cube? Sige, go. What is 1 cube?
1.
1. What
One.
is 2 cube?
8.
8. What is 3 cube?
27.
27. What is 4 cubed?
64.
What is 5 cubed?
125.
What is 6 cubed?
91.
Pila?
186.
Pila?
Oh, 216.
216.
16.
What is 7 cubed? Pila is 7 cubed? 7 times 7 times 7.
700.
No, it's not 700.
Di cancer na.
7 times 7 times 7. 343. Okay. 8 cube. Pila man ang 8 cube? Dapat i-familiarize din ninyo. Pila 8 cube section noble?
512.
512. What about 9 cube? 9 cube is how much?
729.
729. What about 10 cube? Kung mag-extract ko aning perfect cubes, i-cube root din ako sila. So, i-cube root, dili na ko mag-square root ana niya. Again, I am extracting perfect nth roots. So, I'm gonna extract the cube root of these numbers. O, pila may cube root sa 1?
1.
Cube root sa 8?
2.
Cube root sa 27?
3.
64?
4.
125?
6.
6?
7,
7,
8, 9,
9. So you need to
10.
familiarize these numbers. Okay? Now, what if variable like the cube root of x raised to 15? Dili na ta mag-divide og 2 ana, di man na square root. Pilay i-divide na ko sa 15?
3.
3. Kung pilay index mo na atong i-divide sa exponent. So pila man ng 15 divided by 3, you'll get
5.
there you go. Mo ni
5.
buhaton basta variable. Atong i-combine ang number o ang variable. Let's have the cube root of 8x raised to 21. Pila may cube root sa 8? Pila cube root sa 8? O, tanaw.
2.
O, tanawan ninyo atong kodigo. Pila cube root sa 8?
2.
2. I'm gonna write 2 here. You write the variable x. What will you do with 21?
Divide by
Divided by 3. So, pila man ang 21 divided by 3?
7.
7. There you go. O mo na simplest form na to. Another example. I'm gonna give you the cube root of, let's have 125 x raised to 18 y raised to 27. Sige. Pila may cube root sa 125? Tanawang kodigo.
5.
5. So I'm gonna write 5 as the cube root of 125. What about the cube root of x raised to 18? What will you do with 18?
6.
6. Very divided by 3. That is 6. Correct. What about the variable y? 27 divided by 3.
9.
That's 9. Mao ni gitawag nato og simplifying perfect nth roots. Naipangutana sectionable? Wala. Okay. Let's have the second kind of simplifying. This is what you call reducing the radicand. Okay, this is what you call reducing the radicand. Let's have our first example. Now, mangutana ko ninyo sectionable. If I'm gonna refer to the perfect squares, tanawang perfect squares, naay 20 dire. Naay 20?
Wala, sir.
Wala. So, mo ni buhaton nato. So, may buhaton sa nato be? Any idea on what to do with this? What will you do with 20? Inyong i-factor si 20. Unsa may factors ni 20 sectionable? Give me factors of 20. 1 is 1 times 20. What else?
5 times 4.
5 times 4. Okay, I'm gonna write 4 times 5. What else?
10 times 2.
10 times 2. Napay lain? Maura. Okay, now my question. 2 times 10. Nanay 2 times 10. Nanay 1 times 20. 4 times 5. Now my question. Aside from the number 1 nga perfect square, what other perfect squares do you see?
4 or 5.
4. Mo ni gamito nako sectionable. Mo ni ibutang nako dire mag-factoring ko ni 20. Nga dapat i-factor nako ang usa ka factor is a perfect square. So dili pwede si 2 ug 10 kay ang 2 dili perfect square, ang 10 dili perfect square. Nya dili pod ko mo gamit ni 1 times 20. Although 1 is perfect, disregard the number 1. Pangitag laing factors aside sa 1. So in this case, it's 4 times 5. My question, pilay square root sa 4?
2.
O asa isuwat si 2 sa gawas. Napakay square root symbol, unsay isulod sa square root symbol?
0.5. 5.
Of 5. O, mo ni siya simplest form nako sa square root of 20. Nakasabot sa first example. Section noble, nakasabot sa first example.
Yes, sir.
Sige, another example ta. The square root of 75. Sige. Kamo daw pangita og factors ni 75 such that one factor is a perfect square. Kini siya section noble na ako'y technique ani. Ako mag-start kog divide anang 75 by 2. What is 75 divided by 2? Ang result decimal, so dili pwede si 2. What is 75 divided by 3?
25.
25 na mangutana ko. Is 25 a perfect square?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Ano yan?
O, nakita din nato ang atong factors. It's 25 times 3. So, ayaw ninyo like maghunahuna mog factors. You think of dividing 75, the radicand by number 1, the smallest, by number 2, then by number 3, then by number 4. Kadiyot sa ha, mag-plug in sa ako ang charger ha for a while. Okay, let's continue. Pila may square root ni 25?
5.
O, where do you write 5? Where do you
Gawas.
write gawas
Yes.
sa radical sign? Anya, unsa isulod sa radical sign?
3.
Ang 3. There you go. Let's have more examples, ha? What if I'm gonna give you the square root of, let's have 63. Sige, what are factors of 63 nga ang usa ka factor is a perfect square? Kamo daw huna-huna bi, kamoy mohatag sa factors na ako. Yung factor 63 nga ang usa ka factor is a perfect square.
Nine times 7.
9 times 7. Very good. Is 9 times 7 63? Section noble is 9 times 7 63.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Which is the perfect square?
9.
9. Pilay square root sa 9.
3.
3. And you have square root of
7.
What if I'm gonna give you the square root of, let's have 162. The square root of 162. Gamita to kung inyong gitudlo nga technique. I-divide by 2, i-divide by 3. Pa-start mo sa 2. What is 162 divided by 2?
81.
81. Is 81 a perfect square?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. So, 81 times 2. Pila may square root sa 81? Pila yung square root sa 81?
9.
9. 9 square root of
2.
2.
There you go. Kana, kung number ang atong isimplify, lahi man sad ng variable. Example, mag-square root ko ni x raised to 7. Kana, akong pangutana, ma-divide ba ning 7 by 2?
Dili, sir.
Dili. So, ang buhaton na ko ana, ako nang bungkagon si 7. Ako nang buwagon i-factor. So, kung na pag-factor, you begin by subtracting 1. What is 7 minus 1?
6.
6. Isuwat ako si 6. Nya, 1 na adire. Can I divide 6 by 2?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, meaning, what is the square root of x raised to 6? Kini, pili square root ani? X
3.
3. Nya, ang sulod sa radical unsan?
X.
X. Let's have more examples. The square root of 20, not 20. Pointer. The square root of x raised to 21. X raised to 20 lang sa y raised to 17. Okay ni. Sige, mangutana ko ninyo. Ako bang i-break down or i-factor ang x raised to 20? Ako ning buwagon ang 20 or dili?
Dili, sir.
Dili
Bilis.
kay ma-divide na by 2. So, okay na ni si 20. Why problema? Ang problema na to si 17. So, unsa gito ibuhaton ako basay nga ni? Minusan o?
1.
So, ang mahitabo, mahimo ng
16.
16. Ang usa,
5.
y. There you go. So, let's simplify this now. Divided by 2.
10.
Divided by 2.
8.
8. The square root of
Y.
y. There you go. Let's have more examples niya. I-combine na ko ang variable o ang number. Okay? Let's have variable and number. I'm gonna give you the square root of, let's have 45 x raised to 15. Sige, kana. Let's begin with the number 45. What are factors of 45 such that one factor is a perfect square?
9 times 5.
Very good. 9 and 5. Ilayo lang nato ha. Si 9 ug si 5. Next. Si x raised to 15. Unsay buhaton?
Minusan, sir.
Minusan og 1. So what will happen to x raised to 15? You will have
X 14.
og
X.
x. There you go. Kabantay mo akong gi-separate ang mga perfect squares ug ang dili perfect. So gauna ko ni 9x raised to 14 times 5x para i-simplify na ko diretso-diretso ta. Pila may square root sa 9?
3.
Divided by 4. Divided by 2.
7.
7. Yang isulod sa radical ang
5x.
5x. There you go. Nakasabot, wala. Section Noble, is this clear?
Yeah, okay na, sir.
Okay, let's have another example. Square root gihapon ta. Wala pa tay cube root sa square roots pa ta. Let's have 200 x raised to 13. Let's have this one. What are factors of 200? Na dapat perfect square ang usa ka number.
100 times 2.
Very good. 100 times 2. What will you do with x raised to 13?
Minusan og 1, sir.
Minusan og 1. So meaning mahimo ning x raised to
12.
12 og
2x.
2x. Very good. Now, let's simplify. Pilay square root sa 100.
10.
10. Pilay square root sa 12. X raised to 12.
6.
6. Yeah. Square root of
2x.
2x. There you go. Mo na answer nato. Kana, kung square root siya, this time, let's go to cube roots. Okay? Example, the cube root of 40. Oh, mag-una sa tag number. The cube root of 40. So this time, dili na perfect cubes ang no, perfect squares. Dapat perfect cubes na ang factors. So unsa may factor sa 40 nga dapat perfect cube ang usa ka factor. Ang perfect cubes, darang perfect cubes ay
8 times 5.
very good. That's the number I'm looking for. 8 times 5. Pilay cube root sa 8.
2.
Cube root of 5. There you go. 2 cube root of 5. Another example. The cube root of, for example, let's have saka diot ha 250 kana unsa may factors ni 250 nga ang usa ka number is a perfect cube. Sige, go.
125 times 2.
Very good. 125 times 2. Kato akong gitudlo nga technique gahon ganiha katong i-divide ninyo og 2, i-divide og 3. In this case, i-divide og 2, you'll get 125. Diba? O pili cube root sa 125.
5.
5. The cube root of what should be written inside the radical sign?
2.
There you go. Now, what if variable na siya? Example, the cube root of x raised to 7 raised to 17. O, mag-unataan eh. So, unahon na to si x. O, parehas ganiha, minus 1. What is 7 minus 1?
6.
6. So, gauna ko ni 7 sa x. Giminusan og 1, 6. Can you divide 6 by 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, sakto ga-minus tag 1. Sunod, ang y. Minus 1, pila man na?
16.
Ga-divide ng 16 by 3.
Dili, sir.
Dili. So, minus 2 ta. Pila man ang 17 minus 2?
15.
15. Can you divide 15 by 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, meaning, nag-minus 2 ko, 15 ug 2 ang factors ana niya. So, let's do the simplify. Pila man ni i-divide og 3 ang exponent?
2.
2. Ang y, pila?
5.
5. Unya, isuwat ang cube root, kopyaha ang x, y squared. Kini gikopyara ni mao ni sulod sa radical nato. Kini i-divide og 3 na himong 2, i-divide og 3 na himong 5. Now, let's have another example. Cube root of, let's have x raised to 23, y raised to 31. Sige. Una ta sa x, minus 1, 23 minus 1, 22. Ma-divide ba ng 22 by 3?
Dili, sir.
Dili. So, mag-minus 2 taniya. So, pwede na ma-divide og 3 kung mag-minus 2 ko? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So, meaning, 2 ang exponent sa x. So, pila ibutang nako diri sa x na ako nga gaon na?
21.
21. So, nag-minus 2 ta. 23 minus 2, that's 21. 21, ya, 2 ang gi-minus na address pikas. What about 31? So, y? Minus 1.
30.
Ma-divide bang 30 by 3?
Yes, sir.
Pwede. So, 30 og 1. O, let's simplify this. 21 divided by 3.
7.
7. 30 divided by 3.
10.
10.
10. Kopyahon ang cube root x squared y.
Y.
Nakasabot? Wala. Section noble, nakasabot?
Okay na, sir.
Okay. Atong isagol ang number o ang variable. Example, the cube root of, let's have 24 x raised to 14. So, unsa may factors ni 24 nga ang usa ka factor is a perfect square?
8 times 3.
8 times 3. I agree with that. 8 is a perfect cube, rather. Perfect cube. What about the variable? Kanang x raised to 14. Pila may ako ang isuwat ana diri section noble. Kung
X 12.
12 niyang pikas,
2.
2. Very good. Now, what is the cube root of 8?
2.
2. I-divide og 3 ang 12.
4.
4. You copy cube root of
3x squared.
3x squared. Oh, another example ta para mas masabtan. The cube root of, let's have 5,000 x raised to 10 y raised to 28. Or 29 lang. Say, 29 lang ni Nato. 29. Sige, let's continue. Ang 5,000 unsay factors nga ang usa is a perfect cube.
1,000 times 5.
Very good. 1,000 times 5. Kining x raised to 10, how do you factor? So, ang pagbuwag ani? Sige, you tell me. Minus 1 ka, ma-divide na ba by 3? Pwede?
Pwede
Yes, sir.
sir.
Pwede, sir.
So, pwede isuwat na ko dire.
9.
9 og
X.
ang variable y.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Kay di man ka pwede mag minus 1. Kay 28, di man ma-divide og 3. Minus 2, 27. Pwede na ma-divide og 3. So, 29 minus 27. Yeah, human diri pwede isuwat
2.
2. Let's extract the cube root. Pila cube root sa 1,000?
10.
10.
10.
Divided by 3.
3.
3.
Divided by 3.
9.
Yeah. Cube root of isuwat.
X.
X. Y squared.
There you go.